Okay, good afternoon to you all. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon, Akuya. Good afternoon, Anita. Good afternoon, Beatrice. Good afternoon, Apia. Good afternoon, Nelly, Rosalind. Hey, Rosalind, what are you doing here? Good afternoon, Sophia. Good afternoon, Abigail Abbey. How are you all doing?
We are
We are doing well, sir.
Excellent. So, as I promised you on Thursday, today we want to start the class. Today we are wrapping up the class on grammar. And today we'll be looking at a wide range of common errors in English, common errors we make with the English language. But we want to start with its, and its. I'm going to mute the microphone of everybody. I need you to pay attention. There are exercises you will be doing along the line, so get your notebooks, your pens, pencils. Okay. Its versus its. These two words cause a lot of confusion. So it's well worth spending a few minutes to understand the difference between the two. Now, it's ITS and then it's IT apostrophe S. These are words that sounds the same in pronunciation. If you remember our class on homophones and homonyms, these are words that sound the same in pronunciation, but they mean different things. The it without the apostrophe is the possessive of the pronoun it. You will also come across it with an apostrophe. This is a contraction of it and is, or it and has. Because they are pronounced the same, but have different meanings, we call these words homophones. These words are often confused even by native English speakers. Okay, so if you are confused about it, today we're going to clarify it, but you are not alone. A lot of people get confused with those two words, it without the apostrophe and it's with the apostrophe. Okay. So it's the one without the apostrophe is what we call a determiner, a modifying word that determines the kind of reference a noun or noun group has. For example, the, every. You'll get it soon. Then it's with the apostrophe S is a contraction. It is the process of shortening a word by combination or abbreviation. Okay, so this is the technical meaning of those two words. Now, it's without the apostrophe is possessive. In other words, it shows belonging to or an associated with a thing previously mentioned or easily identified. Belonging to or associated with a child or unspecified sex. So, where you see a person, you are not sure of the sex of that person, we use the it, the one without the apostrophe. And then when we give birth to a fresh baby and we are not sure of the sex, we normally refer to that child as it, because we don't know if that child is a she or a he. It's a boy. Exactly. Thank you, Shine. It's a boy. It's a girl. So today, you know, when you're writing, it's a boy, you have to add S to the it. You cannot just write it, IT, a boy. That is a wrong sentence. But you have to write ITS, a boy. It's a boy. These are little mistakes we do in the IELTS test, and we lose a whopping 25 marks. So please pay attention. This is not a joke. Then we said it's, with the apostrophe, is a contraction of it is or it has. It has. So it's with the apostrophe s can mean it is or it has. Okay. All right. Now, let's try and see if we can get some synonyms for these two words. It's the one without an apostrophe. Own, has, his, theirs, yours. So the word it's without the apostrophe goes with any and could also mean any of these words. It's owned by Shine, or it's owned by Kafu. It's hers. It's his. It's theirs. It's yours. Now, I know most of you think, and I want you to listen carefully, most of you think that when you're writing it has, you write the it with the apostrophe s to read it is hers. That is wrong. It is theirs. That is wrong. It is yours. That is wrong. It has to be it's, the one without the apostrophe. It's hers. It's his. It's theirs. It's yours. I hope you are beginning to see where you are always marked down. Little things like this. Today we're going to see many of them. Many of cataloged about 24, 20 plus. I have cataloged about 20 plus common errors in your written English and sometimes your speaking English, and I want to help correct as many as I can. Yes, Patricia, it's mine is correct, but it's the way you have written it that is the correct one. So you cannot write it's ITS apostrophe, then you add mine, it's mine. That is wrong. It has to be it's ITS mine. Let me type it so that you clearly understand what I am trying to. 1 second, yeah? Let me open a fresh sheet and show you some of the things I'm trying to let you understand. Okay, so fresh sheet, very soon you will see it. Good, you should start seeing it now. So, Patricia, you are correct. It's a common mistake we do. When you write, it is mine. This is a wrong English. Wrong sentence. Okay, so this is wrong. This is wrong. The correct should be, so correct should be it's mine. So just an apostrophe. Now this is where you remember when we first started the IELTS class, we enrolled all of you on the British Council IELTS Ready platform. And then most of you were doing the practice there. And you were complaining, oh, this platform, even simple punctuation, they will mark you down. It comes from things like this. Okay. So you cannot say it's hers or it's yours or it's his. All these are wrong. So you see how many people are always wrong when they are writing English or speaking it. All these are wrong. The correct form, the correct of this should be it's hers. The correct should be it's yours. The correct should be it's his. Okay. Now, Isaac, you said, what about it is hers? Now, when you write, it is hers. This way, it is hers. This is wrong English. This, it is in full. When you contract it, it becomes it with the apostrophe s, hers. And we are saying this is wrong. And therefore, this is also wrong. If any time you want to refer to anything possession, something owned by somebody or something, it has to be its ITS without the apostrophe. It is baffling, yes, you won't believe it, but this is proper English. Okay, now let's go back to the slides. I have a few more to share with you. So 1 second, a slide should be showing shortly. Okay, so where did we get to? Let's see. Yeah, I think I jumped something. Let me go back and make sure. Okay, so it's could also mean own, hers, his, theirs, yours. It's. Now, so the one with the without the apostrophe has synonyms. It has words that are similar in meaning to its without the apostrophe. But the one with the apostrophe does not have any synonyms. It does not have any synonym. It is one of its kind. Okay, so please remember that. Now let's use them in sentences and see. Okay, so who is iPhone? You have posted a nice question in the chat. Who is iPhone? I wish you can add your name. So you're asking, but sir, what if it's a question form? It is yours. This one there, Linda Dubia, okay. You have reminded me of back in primary school, I had a mate we used to laugh at. It is yours. It's yours. It's yours. Which one is correct? Beautiful. Now, if I answer that question very soon, Shine, you're right. So the correct one should be, is it yours? Not it is yours. It is yours. The correct English should be, is it yours? Now, Linda, I'm going to answer your question very soon because there are similar ones. A test you're going to do that will turn your mind a little bit this afternoon. So let's see. I loved the cut of the dress, but had issues with its color, but has issue with its possessive, so without apostrophe, color. So this is the dress owned color. 2, in the dead of the night, all we could hear was its footsteps. So in this sentence, if you write, oh, and listen carefully, and this is where most of you get it wrong. If you get a difficult examiner who is not merciful, and you write a sentence this way, I love the cut of the dress, but had issues with its color. But with this it, you mistakenly write it with the apostrophe S. If you mistakenly write it with the apostrophe S, a wicked examiner will mark this whole sentence wrong. Assuming it is contributing a significant mark in your IELTS test, it will be taken from your mark, your score. Some examiners may be merciful, give you half for the effort, but the British examiners, my good Lord, they will give you 0 for that, just because one word, one character, one letter, one preposition, one adjective has not properly been used in the sentence. Remember, grammar is contributing 25%, 25 marks of the 60 marks you are getting in the writing test and in the speaking test. So be very careful. In the dead of the night, all we could hear was its footsteps. The television didn't fit its stand. One of these days, we'll find time and do a class on didn't, haven't, wouldn't. The laptop is too big for its case. The company issued a statement about its new policy. In sentences like this, that you are trying to show ownership. Patricia, I say now get it. Thank you very much. In sentences like this, when you are trying to show ownership, if you use the it with the apostrophe s, you are dead. Okay, so this is the it without the apostrophe s. Now let's look at the it with the apostrophe s. Sentences with the it with the apostrophe s. It's so cold in Melbourne. In other words, you are saying it is so cold in Melbourne. It is so cold in Melbourne. Choose what you want, but it's all the same in my opinion. So you see the type of it we are using here, the one with the apostrophe s. I hope it's not too difficult for you. It's been almost a week of waiting. It's nice to know that my work is recognized. Oh, my brothers and sisters, these are little mistakes we make in the IELTS test. I didn't know, but these little errors. Now 1 mark a call, now 2 marks a call, now 1 mark a call. You finish the test, they ask you, how did you go? Oh, it was cool. Question the bro Basa. Ebeba no ntine score ase da. Okay. So, do you all now see the difference between the two? The it with the apostrophe and the it without apostrophe, and where and how to use them. Do you all now see it? Is there anyone here who cannot see it? Is there anyone here who is struggling to understand this? I would love to go back and start all over again, except when you are late. If you are late, I'll go back. And I know those who are late. Okay, so I believe we'll now get them. Okay, so I'm going to test you. I'm going to test you. So take out your pen and pencils. I'm going to share a test on your screen. 10 quick questions on using it with the apostrophe and it without the apostrophe. Good. So on your screen now is your test. On your screen now is the test. 1. What's the time? Put either the ITS or the IT with the apostrophe there for me. So all I need to do, you to do is you write 1 and just 1 and the correct answer. Don't write the whole sentence. 1 and the correct answer. So if the correct answer is ITS without apostrophe, 1 ITS without apostrophe. If 1 ITS with apostrophe, right. 2 the same, 3 the same, 4 the same, all the way to 10. You have 5 minutes to finish. Good luck. Mandy, thank you. Okay. Your answers are not coming at all. I don't know if you are still typing or you are thinking. So I need your answers. Just give it a try, even if you are wrong. And then when we correct it, it will stick in your mind. And then you will never forget it again. So give it a shot. Do your best. I'm going to go over them. So question 1, what is the time, or what's the time? Is it the possessive it's, that is the one without the apostrophe, is 10 past 12, or is it the contraction, the one with the apostrophe? It is 10 past 12. Put the CD in. Is it the one with the apostrophe or the one with the apostrophe without apostrophe? In its place, please. My hometown is famous for its building, old building. Its old building. I can't find my budgie or bougie. I think it's flown away. Peter, it's never too late to learn how to play the piano. Is it the one with the apostrophe or the one without the apostrophe? The wolf made its way close to our house. Now, is it the one with the apostrophe or the one without the apostrophe? 7. It's been raining for 5 hours. Is it the apostrophe or without the apostrophe? 8. I'm interested in Denmark and its people. Is it the one with the apostrophe or without the apostrophe? Number 9, I think it's nice to have a dog. Is it the one with apostrophe or the one without the apostrophe? And then 10, look at the horse. Its head, its hoof. Which is which? Okay. Now, remember I said the one without the apostrophe is possessive, showing something that its own, belong to. The one without the apostrophe is just a contraction of it is or it has. Okay. I only see few answers, few respondents from you. I thank you, all those who have made the attempt. The rest of you who are not making the attempt, you see how you go and take the trial test, and then you fail. Little things like this, meaning, I know. Oh, this one I already know. Why is he wasting our time with us? Results in the bounce on why All right. Thank you. I think we all should look. Oh, Patience, you said I should come again. Come again on the assignments or what? Or something I said. All right. It's past the 5 minutes I gave you. Oh, about the possessive. Possessive is the it's, the one without the apostrophe, ITS. We use that to show ownership, own, something that belongs to him, her, yours, theirs. It comes with the it's without the apostrophe. So you say it's his. You say it is it without the apostrophe. It's yours. It's theirs. It is the it without the apostrophe. Now the it with the apostrophe is just a combination of two words. It is or it has. Okay. All right. Now, let's go through all the submission. I want to mention your name and I want you to feel proud about it. I'm so proud of you guys. So let's see. Mandy, thank you. The thank you doesn't mean why are you? I mean, we're training you now. Means thank you for making the effort. Wisdom, long time. Anita, thank you. Emilia, thank you. Esther, Sanam Gentia, Interforma, thank you. Rachel Asante, thank you. Judith Stevens, thank you. Alimatu Suleiman Isifu. Alimatu, thank you for coming today too. Now don't miss class, oh Alimatu. Roxanne Ade, thank you. Patricia, thank you. Marie, thank you. Emmanuel, thank you. Emmanuel, thank you for the call yesterday. Vivian Entry, thank you. Nelly, thank you. Mame, thank you. After Mame, who is next? Mercy, Bobiti, thank you. Sophia Esabia Mensa. The American will say Sophia Esabia Mensa. Catherine Esia Bra. Ida, hey Ida, you have missed my class plenty. Joseph Amwakon, Ajarak too, thank you. Francisca, thank you. iPhone, I suspect that's Linda Dubia, thank you. Isaac Unedu, thank you for making time to join. Marie, you come back. Hey, also someone you know what some of the answers say. Esther Atta, thank you. Apia Okoku, thank you. Isaac Azu, thank you. Abigail Abe, thank you. Naomi Kwe, thank you. Patience. Oha, thank you. Pearl, thank you. Ernesta Boaji, Mary Desu, Regina Nkoma, Ewua, Abdul Malik, Derry Dorothy, Vera, I see Edu, Isi Sarah, Eswan, Joyce, Achiampon, Suleimana Ajara. Okay, and then we have Peggy, Jeannie, who is Jeannie, Naomi Oware, Yeboah, Rosemary, Mamle. Sir, you didn't mention my name. Family, I've mentioned your name. Then Beta, Job. Hey, Job Uga, today you are in my class. Huh. There must be cyclone landing in your place. All right. Let me see. Polly. Hey. Okay. Jeannie is Polly Bevel, Eugenia. Now I see. You have been coming to my class, but I have not been seeing your name. All right. Okay, guys, let's work through this together. Let's work through this together. So I'm going to unmute your microphone. We're going to work through together so you see the reasoning behind each of the answers. It's a way of learning, getting it stuck into your mind. So I have just unmuted all of you. I've just unmuted all of you. So question 1, what's the time? It's 12:10. Is it possessive or not possessive?
Please, it's not
Yes.
possessive.
Not possessive.
Not possessive.
Not possessive.
Okay, so this one, the not possessive is the one, the apostrophe, right?
Yes, please.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Then 2, put the CD in its place, please. Possessive,
It's
not
possessive.
possessive.
Possessive, sir.
Okay, so possessive is the one without the apostrophe. I am intentionally mentioning it so that it sticks in your mind. Oh, it's a bit confusing, so stay with me, please. 3, my hometown is famous for its old buildings. Possessive or not possessive? Hello, guys. Or is my network? Are you guys there? Definitely my network. Try and change the network and see. Oh, Saturdays and our network. Come on, come on. Sorry, guys, my network dropped. 1 second. All right. Can you hear me? Hey, I cannot hear you still. Lord have mercy. Network. Okay, we are back. Sorry, guys, my network. Okay, so we'll go to 3. My hometown is famous for its old building. Possessive or not possessive?
Possessive.
Possessive.
Possessive. So possessive is the one without the apostrophe.
Apostrophe.
Yes. Number 4, I can't find my budget. I think it's flown away. Possessive or not possessive?
Not
possessive.
Beautiful. Number 5, Peter, it's never too late to learn how to play the piano. Possessive.
Peter, it is never too late. So the one with the apostrophe.
So it's non-possessive, right?
Yes.
Number 6, the wolf made its way close to our house. Possessive or not?
Possessive.
Its way. So the one without the apostrophe. 7, it's been raining for 5 hours.
Not possessive.
Not possessive.
So not possessive. The long form of this sentence will be, it has.
It has.
Beautiful. It has been raining for 5 hours. Number 8, I am interested in Denmark and its people. Possessive, not possessive?
Possessive.
Possessive.
Beautiful. Number 9, I think it's nice to have a dog. Possessive, not possessive?
Not possessive.
Thank you. Then the last one, look at the horse. Its head. It's the first one.
Not possessive.
Not possessive.
And the second one.
Possessive.
Possessive. All right. Now, who here is confused? If you are confused, please let me hear your voice. Somebody will say, let me see your voice. Is there anyone here who is confused about possessive, not possessive? Anyone? Anyone? Okay, that is great. That is so great. So let me see if the computer agrees with us. Excellent. So the computer says all we did are correct. Okay, all we did are correct. What's the time? It's with the apostrophe S, 10 past 12. Put the CD in its place, please. Now, in fact, I made a mistake. At the beginning, I had planned that we should take this test before the class starts. Then after I finish the topic, we take the test again so that I see the difference. Now, after the class, you get it. So you are scoring all. But I bet you if we had taken this test before the class, and come very portal. Okay. This is one of your major pitfalls when it comes to the writing test, the reading, the listening, and what have you. All right. Beautiful exercise. Great, great job. So let's see. I see Patience, 11/11. Hey, sister, you take Mary, 10/10. Suleimana, 10/10. Mandy, 10/10. Great job. All of you, great job. Great job. Patience says what? Hey, sir, you don't have confidence in us. Oh, I do. I do have confidence, but sometimes you shake my confidence more. All right. Great. Judith Stevens, 10/10. Isaac Unadu. Wow, Isaac, why are there? Thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So small, we'll polish up our grammar and then we'll be great in the test. Now, today, as I announced from the beginning of the class, I have selected some grammar topics I know most of you are weak in. So we're going to go through them real quick. It's a lot. We can't finish all, but we're going to go through all real quick. So please pay attention. Don't have a divided attention. So I said IELTS writing grammar rules. The following rules cover common areas of difficulty in IELTS Task 1 and Task 2 essays, both academic and general training. Although grammar technically counts for only 25% of the overall mark, and you will not be directly tested on or required to use particular constructions, you must be able to demonstrate a solid understanding of the conventions of standard written English to achieve a Band 7 score or higher. I'm sure the introduction says it all. You're not going to be tested on English grammar like the way we have just done. The test we just did is, you're not going to be tested on the test we just did in the IELTS test, but you must demonstrate a solid understanding of the rules governing English language to achieve a higher band score. So let's quickly go through some. Now, the basic one, the punctuation. We saw punctuation a short while ago. We have not seen punctuation yet. Oh yes, punctuation when it comes to the apostrophe, possessive and non-possessive when it comes to the ITS. Standard spacing with punctuation. Full stops, the American will say periods, commas, and semicolons are placed right after a word with one space before the following word. Now, in the paper-based test, you'll be forgiven when you make such a mistake, but in the computer-based test, you'll be penalized. So look at these sentences. Let me get somebody to read this 1, 2, 3, 4 sentences. Abigail Abbey, can you read just the first sentence for me?
Okay, so in reality, money does not always lead to happiness.
Thank you. And that is the correct sentence. The next three are incorrect. Now look at it closely. I'm reading all the three. In reality, money does not always lead to happiness. In reality, money does not always lead to happiness. In reality, money does not always lead to happiness. And I'm telling you, the last three are all wrong sentences. It's just the first one that is correct. Who can identify why? Good. I have 2 hands up. Let me see. Isaac, please help me.
Okay, sir. So, yes, sir. Hello.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, so looking at the first one, we realize that in reality, comma, there is a space before the sentence continues.
Good. Then what is wrong with the last three?
After the comma, the money just came. So there is no space after the comma. And then the third one too, in reality, there was a space before the comma and then another space before money.
Okay.
And then in the fourth one, in reality, space, then comma, before money does not always lead to happiness. So what makes the difference is the first one, there is a comma, then a space before the continuation of the sentence.
Thank you, Isaac. Do we all see that, please?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Good. So if this were to be the test, and you all write the sentence 2, 3, 4, you come back and say, oh, the exam was Coco. Oh, boy, the position of the comma is your downfall. So those of us who do not know where to place the comma, today you know. The comma must come immediately after the word, and then one space. Then the next word continues. All right. Full stop, the same. If we put a full stop, you leave one space before the next word. And after the full stop, the next word, the first letter must be a capital letter. Okay. Basic things, basic things. Now, always capitalized. When do you capitalize? You capitalize when we capitalize the first word in a sentence. You capitalize the word I. When you are writing the I. You don't use small letter. You have to use a capital I. And then when you're writing the names of specific people, places, and things, proper nouns, they should always start with a capital. Correct. So correct sentence, I have left a spare key to the house with my brother Robert. So I should always be capital, no matter wherever you find it, whether it's in the middle of sentence, at the end of the sentence, the beginning, it has to be capital. Then Robert is the name of a person, proper noun. So the first letter must be capital. He is worked at Infosys in Bangalore for the last 3 years. He, starting the sentence, the H must be capital. If it's somewhere in the middle of the sentence, the H must be small. Since it's starting the sentence, has to be capital. Infosys, the name of the place. So the first letter must be capital. Bangalore, the name of a place. The first letter must be capital. Do not capitalize other noun or the first word after a comma or semicolon. Do not capitalize other noun or the first word after a comma or a semicolon. So incorrect, people should make an effort to eat healthy food. Effort. That is not a proper noun. So it has to be a small letter because in the middle of a sentence. Another incorrect one, in fact, many people successfully lose weight. Many people successfully lose weight. Many, the capital M is wrong. It's in the middle of a sentence, not a proper noun. It has to be a small m. Now, another thing, the word lose, L-O-S-E, lose, and then loss. One day we'll talk about it. Contractions and abbreviations. Contractions and abbreviation. Contracted form. Example, don't, isn't, are all informal. Do not use in tax 1 or tax 2 essays. When you are writing the essays, unless it's a letter to a friend, an informal letter, you can use that. But where the letter is a formal letter, the task 2, the argumentative essay, any of the essay, please don't use the contracted forms of the word. Write the full word. Don't, you write it do not. Isn't, right? It is not. Don't use contracted form when you are writing a formal letter or a formal essay. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
Merci beaucoup. Correct form. When people earn university degree, they are more likely to obtain high-paying job. Incorrect. When people earn a university degree, they are more likely to obtain a high-paying job. In fact, those two sentences are correct. But if we are writing a formal essay, the second one, they are contracted, they are, don't use it. Okay. Then abbreviations. Abbreviations are used only in the context of proper names. When you're writing the essays, you're writing the letters, abbreviations should only be used in the context of proper names. So example, Dr. Smith, AM, or Dr. Smith, BR. BR, AM are titles. Doctor is a title. Do not write EG, IE, ETC in the task 2 or task 1 essay. These are abbreviations. So you are listing examples. Okay, so you're trying to state examples of common illness in children. You're writing a formal essay or formal task 2 essay or task 2 as task 1 letter, formal letter. And you are giving examples. And there are many examples. So you write, let me give you an example. So towns with forests. Some examples of towns with forests. Koforidia, Kumasi, Takoradi, etc. Then you write ETC. No, that is bad. Don't do that. The example, don't write EG, right? For example, full words. That is, don't write I.E. I know all of you are guilty of this sin. Repent. Now, never use the upper sun, so the sign end, instead of writing the full word N, A-N-D. Phrasal verbs, especially with get, are associated with informal writing. Listen to this one very carefully. Get, G-E-T. Phrasal verb, especially with get, G-E-T, are associated with informal writing. Single word verbs are associated with formal writing. And also, couple of examples there. Oh, and by this one, and absolutely no test speak. The social media English. You, how are you today? And the you write the alphabet U. If you do that, that is that's a treasonable offense. LOL, definitely not in the IELTS test. Never dream of it. LOL is for social media, not for IELTS English test. Okay. Definite and indefinite articles. Definite and indefinite articles. An. So the article or the article an, indefinite, indicates one of many, often used when a noun is first mentioned. So I have started an example, correct? Some people argue that living alone or in a small family is better than living in a large family. A is an indefinite article. It's an article you cannot determine a quantity for. So it will be wrong to say some people argue that living alone or in the small family is better than living in the large family. Second sentence sounds very okay in your ears, but it is breaking English law. Incorrect. Some people argue that living alone or in small family is better than living in large quantity. You have missed the article in the third sentence. Let's go on. Note that the plural of an is no article, so it's zero article. This construction is used to describe a general situation. Some people argue that large families are better than small families. Some people argue that the large families are better than the small families. Then definite, the is for definite. When you are sure it is referring to only one thing and not the other. So correct sentence, the current trend toward solidarity living will likely cause demand for smaller housing units to increase. The current trend. So you know for sure that there is a current trend of living alone, requiring a large number of smaller housing units. You cannot say a current trend. A current trend. Is an indefinite article. You cannot determine the quantity. There, you are sure of the quantity. Then the third example, current trend towards, you bring no article at all. That's a disaster. There must also be used with a superlative, most or est form of an adjective. Example, the best way, the modern way, the better way. Okay. Articles with or without indefinite pronoun. Articles with or without indefinite pronoun. So few is almost no or one. A few means several. So correct English, few people believe that children should be allowed unlimited amount of junk food. Almost no one believes this. So when you say few people believe that children should be allowed unlimited amount of junk food, that whole sentence means almost no one believes this. So few, when you use the word few, it means almost no one. But when you say a few, it means several people. So a few researchers have suggested that eating foods low in acid help people lose weight, means several, and not a small number of several. Researchers suggested this. Okay. The majority. The majority of dieters have difficulty losing weight. It is incorrect to say majority of dieters have difficulty losing weight. A number of means many. A number of means many. So correct English, a number of dieters have difficulties losing weight. Incorrect, number of dieters have difficulty losing weight. Focus on correct usage rather than obscure or high-level words. When paraphrasing, use only synonyms whose meaning you are absolutely certain of. I think we have discussed this in one of our past classes. I believe that government should direct more funding toward the arts as museums, theaters, and concert halls benefit society in many important ways. You should definitely avoid the most conspicuous reason which reinforces my perception is that art, theater, and music aid in the extension of society in a plethora of manners. See, the second one, you are just, the correct English word is conjecturing. You are not sure. Don't do that in the IELTS test. Don't conjecture. Okay? You must be absolutely certain, otherwise, don't use it. Linking devices are formulas. Do not alter them to sound more original. So, first, if you want to, you remember we did a class on discourse markers. Discourse markers. If you missed that class, there's a recording of it. Go and watch it. So, firstly, secondly, thirdly, use that. Don't use to begin with. Oh no, you can use to begin with, or to begin. E-commerce threatens the health of local businesses. So firstly, or to begin, e-commerce threatens the health of local businesses. But it is wrong to use at the outset. At the outset. At the onset is better. At the outset is bad. Two sentences must be separated by full stop or a semicolon, not a comma. Two sentences must be separated by either a full stop. You write the first one, full stop, then the second one, continue. Or you can do a semicolon, first one, semicolon, second one, continue, full stop. But never, ever, ever do a comma in the middle. So a clause that begins with a conjunctive adverb. So, however, therefore, thus, moreover, is independent. The adverb follows a full stop or semicolon and is followed by a comma. The two main adverbs to know are however and therefore. So, correct English, studying in a foreign country has many advantages. Full stop. However, it also has some drawbacks. Now, it will be wrong for you to write this sentence. Studying in a foreign language has many advantages, comma. However, comma, it also has some drawbacks. That is an offense. Did you get that? When you are writing two different sentences. So these are two different sentences. Most of you are guilty of this. You write two different sentences in one line with just a comma. Then you are marked down. Another example, studying in a foreign language, in a foreign country has many advantages. Semicolon. However, comma, it also has some drawbacks. The incorrect way to write it, and that's what I said earlier, studying in a foreign country has many advantages, then you bring comma. However, comma, it also has some drawbacks. Or studying in a foreign country has many advantages. However, then semicolon, it also has some drawbacks. You remember when you send in your assignment, I always say sentence construction, you need to improve on your sentence construction. That is when you don't use a correct colon, semicolon. You had that difficulty when you were using the IELTS Ready platform. Pronoun as subject, it, they, I. A sentence that begins with a pronoun is grammatically identical to a sentence that begins with a noun. Cigarettes affect smokers' health is the same as they affect smokers' health. They are grammatically equivalent. So correct English, cigarettes affect smokers' health. They also affect the health of bystanders. Or cigarettes affect smokers' health, semicolon. They also affect the health of bystanders. But it is incorrect to say cigarettes affect smokers' health, comma. They also affect the health of bystanders. These are two different sentences. Are you getting it? Okay. Two consecutive clauses should not both begin with a coordinating conjunction. Example, and, but, so, or a subordinate conjunction. Although, while, as. Let me use an example here. Although e-commerce has many benefits, it also poses a threat to many small businesses. So you started with although. Now, when you don't start with although, e-commerce has many benefits, but it also poses a threat to many small businesses. Now, let's see the incorrect one and you get it. Although e-commerce has many benefits, but it also poses a threat to many small businesses. Now, everybody here is guilty of this. You are putting two consecutive clauses in one sentence. That is bad. There should be only one. Modal verb, example, can, should, might, must, bear. Okay, can, should, might, must. Bear infinitive. Now, before I even say this, the word must, there are a few words like must. They automatically has a silent to in them. So you can never write must to. That is wrong English. The must already has a silent to in them. There are a couple of them. Maybe one day we'll see them. So correct English, technology can help society in many ways. It is wrong to say technology can help society. Oh, it is wrong to say technology can help plural society in many ways. Or technology can to help society in many ways. Or technology can help the society in many ways. Request, recommend, suggest that the technician suggested my friend restart the laptop. It is incorrect to say the technician suggested my friend to restart the laptop. It is also incorrect to say the technician suggested my friend restarts the laptop. The correct, the technician suggested my friend restart the laptop, or the technician suggested that my friend restart the laptop. But when it brings to restart the laptop, that is bad English. Restarts with plural S. It's also bad English. Will and would. Will and would. Another common error. Will, future, would, hypothetical action, polite form used for requests. Future, correct sentence, I will read the report tomorrow morning. Incorrect, I would read the report tomorrow morning. Anytime you're going to do something in the future, correct word is will. However, you can say, I would read the report tomorrow morning, but I will be meeting until 1 p.m. Because still is in the future. Because of the but, will the sentence continue? I would like to request some information regarding scholarships. Yes.
Please, the previous slide before this one.
This one?
The last sentence, yes. Why is the but starting with capital, though it's after the comma?
Oh, no. I bolded it for you to see that there must be a but there. But
Okay.
when you are actually writing, I'm only doing that for emphasis. Oh, so when you are writing, don't do that. Just use a small but. But because I'm teaching you, I use the big just for you. You see, everything is in caps.
Okay.
Yes. Thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Then you will use would when you are requesting something. I would like to request some information regarding scholarship. It will be wrong to say, I will like to request some information regarding scholarship. So use would when you are requesting for something. Use will when you are thinking of the future. That is the difference between the two. Third person singular verbs, in with the S. Third person plural verbs do not end in the S. So correct English, genetic engineering is beneficial because it allows parents to prevent their children from being born with a serious hereditary disease. The incorrect way is genetic engineering is beneficial because it allows parents to prevent their children from being born with a serious hereditary disease. Errors often occur when the verb immediately follows that. The verb must agree with the noun before that. So example, genetic engineering is a technology, singular, a technology, singular, that allows. Now, the allows with the S, guess what? That is the plural form of allow. The word allow, when you don't add S, that is the plural. When you add S, that is singular. This defies everything you have been taught from class 1 to now. If you want mango, plural of mango, you add an S. Okay, in this case, you add the ES. But there's an S at the end. Book, the plural, you add S, books, right? But the word allow, the singular has an S at the end, the plural has no S. So correct English, genetic engineering is a technology that allows, because when it starts with a singular noun, it must go with a plural verb. When it is a plural noun, the verb that must follow it is singular. Okay. Now, but in this case, allows singular has an S, and allowed without where plural has no S. It can be a little bit confusing. Just ponder very carefully, you understand what I mean. So the incorrect sentence would be genetic engineering is a technology singular that allow. If you don't bring an S, that's a disaster. Okay? But it is only for allow. All others, the S must come. Then one singular noun and one of the plural noun. One singular noun, one of the plural noun. Correct English. One effect of global warming is the disappearance of many planets and animal species. One of the effects with the S. Okay, let's go back. Let's see if you notice the difference. Correct English is one effect. If you are referring to just one effect, the effect that is only one, singular. You only write one effect. It would be wrong to write one of the effect without an S. But when you want to refer to plural, one of the effects of global warming is the disappearance of many planets and animal species. Many plant and animal species. It would be incorrect to say one of the effect without S at the end of effect of global warming is the disappearance of many plant and animal species. It and they. It and they. It, we just saw it at the beginning. When you're using it in a sentence, it means singular noun. They is a plural noun. So let's see an example. Correct English. The iPhone, singular. The iPhone, singular, is among the world's most popular devices. It can be found virtually everywhere on the planet. It would be incorrect to write the iPhone is among the world's most popular devices. They can be found virtually everywhere on the planet, because the iPhone here is singular. Correct sentence, fad diets are very popular, but they can also be quite dangerous. See, diets, plural. And therefore, it would be incorrect to say fad diets are very popular, but it is singular. Okay. No comma before or after that. That. No comma before or after that. The word that, T-H-A-T, that, has a silence pause. Anytime you say that, you naturally pause a bit before you continue speaking. So you should never, ever, ever, ever bring a comma either before or after the word that. One of the never, 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 nevers I told you. Sir, please. The sir has some politeness in it already. Please is an added politeness. Don't do it. You are being more Catholic than the Pope. In the same way, that has a silent comma. in it already. It's just the word that. All other words, cool. But the word that alone, don't bring a comma before it or after it. So correct English, some people believe that consumers should make more of an effort to buy from independent shop. It would be incorrect to write, some people believe, comma, that consumers should make more of an effort to buy from independent shop. The same way, to be incorrect to say, some people believe that, comma. When the comma comes before the that or after the that is wrong. Indirect questions. Now, when we were in class 1, class 2, class 3, we were taught when you write a question, when you ask a question, when you are writing, you bring a question mark. Is that not it? When you ask a question, when you are writing and you ask a question, you bring a question mark. What? Why? When? The sentence must end with a question mark. What if you ask a question in the middle of a sentence? That type of question is called indirect question. So question words are such as who, what, why, appears in middle of a statement. Use a full stop, uses a full stop. Let me say that again. Question words such as who, what, why, when they appear in the middle of a sentence, put a full stop at the end of the sentence. Don't put a question mark. Let me say it one last time so that it sinks in. Question words such as who, what, when, where, how, why, when they appear in the middle of a sentence, at the end of that sentence, put a full stop, don't put a question mark. So an example, it is unclear why some people are able to eat an unhealthy diet without gaining weight. So the word why will suggest it's a question, but when you finish reading the sentence, you see that a sentence is not a question. And therefore, it would be wrong to put a question mark at the end of the sentence. Am I making sense now? So it is incorrect to say it is unclear why are some people able to eat an unhealthy diet without gaining weight, then you put a question mark. The why, that suggests a question being asked, is a question in the middle of a sentence, and therefore you don't put. But if it is at the beginning of the sentence, at the end of the sentence, you put a question mark. Comparatives and superlatives. One syllable adjective, two syllable adjective ending in Y, ER, EST, all other adjectives, more, most adjectives. Okay. My new apartment is larger than my old one. It will be wrong to say my new apartment is more large than my old one. My new apartment is more larger than the old one. This one, we need to find a class on it. Comparatives and superlatives. There are plenty of them. More, most. So good, better, best. Good, gooder, goodest. Okay. Advise, the one with the C, not the one with the S. Advise, the one with the C, not the one with the S. Furniture, information, infrastructure, research. These are uncountable nouns. These are nouns that you cannot count. They don't have a number. They have an indefinite number. And therefore, their plural form is the same as their singular form. You can never say, I gave him advices. I have furnitures. I received informations. We have many infrastructures. They are conducting many researches with the S at the end. The plural is the same as the singular. Advice is the same plural, same singular, same spelling. Don't add S to it. So the correct sentence, whenever I have a problem, I ask my best friend for help because he always gives good advice. But where there are many people giving the advice, I almost said the advices, you will see pieces of advice, but never advices. It will be wrong to say whenever I have a problem, I ask my friend for help because he always gives a good advice. Oh yes, oh yes. Because it's an uncountable noun, you cannot also bring a before it. Because we have learned a is definite, one. And is definite, one. But advice, furniture, information, infrastructure, research are uncountable. They are indefinite. So you cannot bring a. A suggest means one advice. Okay. In my opinion, government should devote more money to improving and developing infrastructure. It would be wrong to say, in my opinion, government should devote more money to improve and developing infrastructures. Infrastructures is wrong. Fewer, many modify uncountable nouns. Less, much, modify, fewer, many modify countable nouns. Nouns you can count. But less, much, modify uncountable nouns. Today, many people prefer to do shopping online. It is wrong to say today, much people prefer to do shopping online. It would be wrong to say today, less people prefer to do shopping online. Less people, what do you mean? You mean that people are short or what? You mean to say fewer people. So fewer people. You cannot say,
hello.
Yes, madam.
Can you say most people?
Most, no, you cannot say most.
Okay.
You cannot say most.
Thank you.
Many people. Much people is a disaster. We use much when you are counting something, when you can count, like money, like books, like pens, but not human beings. Okay. In addition, much cannot modify an adjective. Use so or very and the adjective. So example, I was so happy to hear that you were coming to visit. I was very happy to hear. So happy, very happy. It is wrong to say, I was so much happy to hear that you were coming to visit. Prepositions and idioms. 1 second. Sorry about that. Prepositions and idioms. I am looking forward to. I am looking forward to receiving, hearing. Correct English, I'm looking forward to receiving your response. You cannot say or you cannot write, I am looking forward to receive your response. I'm looking forward to hear from you. That is bad English. I am looking forward to hearing from you. Note that to function as an independent preposition rather than part of an infinity. As a result, the ing form can be used. Okay. Okay, so on the day or on the next day, not on next the day. For example, I love to come to the party next Saturday, but unfortunately, I already have plans. You can never, ever, ever say, I would love to come to the party on next Saturday. Don't bring on. I would like to come to the party next Saturday. Don't say, I would like to come on the next Saturday. Okay. Considered to be. Considered to be. And then now Pele is considered to be or considered one of the greatest football players in history. It is wrong to say Pele is considered as one of the greatest football players. I mean, this one is our newsreader, the newsreaders on our news, especially today's FM stations. The horrible one is the tree one when they try to translate. Hallelujah. Pele is considered one of the greatest football players in the world. Okay. All right. So these are a few of written and spoken English. I know you've been getting them wrong. And we've gone through them. I'm going to post the recording of today's class so that you can go over and practice. And you begin to see where we make little errors and we get marked down in the IELTS tests. You write very well. As results below band 4. I do a draw a pow. Hey, I do a pow, meaning so much pow. No. Your English. Your English. Your English. At this point, do you have any question to ask me, please? I think I have unmuted everybody, right? Let me make sure I have unmuted everybody. Oh, yes, you are all been unmuted. Do you have any question, any concern, any comment at all? No question, no comment. Let me call a few people and see. Francisca, do you have any question? Francisca Abankwa. Francisca doesn't seem to be with us. Sophia, do you have any question? Joyce Achampong, do you have any question? Nelly, do you have any question? Catherine, do you have any question? I have seen a name here that should not be here. Agnes Cherewa,